Hi ladies, I'm Tracy Lynn Dougherty. I am passionate about equipping and encouraging women to live the life that God has called them to live. Today I'm going to talk about ordinary men and women. We're going to look at Acts chapter 4, verse 13. When they saw the courage of Peter and John and realized that they were unschooled, ordinary men, they were astonished and they took note that these men had been with Jesus. This is a favorite verse of mine because it offers me, an ordinary woman, hope and encouragement. When we think about the disciples Peter and John, we would never use the word ordinary. More like rock star, men of greatness, leaders, worthy, the big cheese. But during their time, much like our time, it was all about your schooling, your education. Who was your teacher? Who was your mentor? That was how you received your value, your worthiness. But Peter and John, who were considered at that time to be ordinary men, chose to speak truth with courage. The definition of courage: strength to persevere and withstand danger and fear. Why would they have been called courageous? Because in verses 3 through 10 we are told that they had been seized and put in jail the day before. Then they stood before the very people who had crucified Jesus and Peter, reminded them of what they had done and who they had done it to. How bold is that? To remind their accusers of what they had already done, what they were capable of doing, killing and crucifying. Have you done anything lately that took courage? But here's the key to it all. At the end of the verse, they took note that these men had been with Jesus. Peter and John had a better teacher than any rabbi or mentor. They had Jesus. And you too have a better teacher. You can find his teachings in the Bible, the best resource. You too have access to be with Jesus, but you must choose to spend time with him, not just have a Bible in your house. I have a bunch of cookbooks in the shelves of my kitchen. They do not make me a good cook. To be a better cook, I must open up the cookbooks and read them and then do what they say to do. How do you spend time with Jesus? By reading the Bible, praying, and attending Bible study. I recommend that you make sure you have a Bible with a translation that is readable, that you can understand. I am very happy with the NIV, the New International Version, Life Application Bible. It has notes, or as I call it, a cheat sheet at the bottom of each page. Many people like the ESV, the English Standard Version. To find a technique to read the Bible, all you have to do is Google it. What I like to do is read a section of the Bible, a paragraph or a chapter, write down what verse stood out to me and why. And this is the critical piece. I learned this from my pastor Brian. Then I write a response to what I've just read, an I will statement, and then commit to walking out doing my I will statement. If you do this, people, those around you, will notice that you've spent time with Jesus. Praying is easy, but somehow we've made it hard. If you can talk to someone, communicate, then you can pray. I'll never forget one evening I was putting our daughter to bed, and just like every night before, she started her prayers with, "Hi God, it's me, Katie." Even though I had heard her say this many times, I was struck that evening that it is that easy. We've made it complicated. I think it's important to also attend a Bible study. It's not just about learning more, becoming more knowledgeable. It also includes allowing other women to hold me accountable, inviting other women to speak truth into my life. Before Jesus ascended into heaven, he didn't ask Peter, "Do you feel equipped? Do you feel qualified?" Jesus asked Peter, "Do you love me?" He asked that same question of us. Do we love him? So what could God possibly want of an ordinary woman, this ordinary woman? For me to spend time with him, love others, and make disciples. Does anyone know that you spend time with Jesus? Is it evident in your life, or would they be surprised to find out that you're a Christian? So if you're an ordinary woman, take note. If you choose to spend time with Jesus, he will give you the courage to be bold. You will be anything but ordinary. In the comments below, share what you've done lately that took courage. If you would like to receive more free videos like this one, go to equipandencouragewomen.com/subscribe. If you subscribe, it's free. You'll also receive our 16-minute video, Living Your Priorities. Thank you for sharing your time with me. All my best to you.